based off of that, would you be willing to take somewhere around 10 grand for it?
Can you give me 12?
Hey, if you want to see a live call with me talking to a motivated seller and creating $35,000 in profits on a wholesale deal in a virtual market in Houston, Texas, keep watching this video. I'm going to show you the entire footage coming right up. Hey everybody, it's Jamel Gibbs with the REI Education Academy, helping you close deals consistently in your real estate investing business. And on this channel, what we do are real estate investing how-to videos and tutorials, as well as videos of me actually investing in real estate. So if you're new here, consider subscribing. And also, if I mention any resources in this video, those resources will be linked in the description box below in case you want to get started with them right away. So let's go ahead and jump into today's video. All right, so on today's video, I was able to lock up a deal with one of my coaching students who just signed up with me a few weeks ago, and she ended up cold calling. She didn't have a large budget, so I told her to start cold calling in a virtual market. Now, she's in Brooklyn, New York, and one of the virtual markets that she's in right now is Houston, Texas. So we ended up pulling motivated seller list for her, and then we provided the list with the phone numbers, and then at the end of the day she ended up cold calling the list, and during the first week of cold calling she found a motivated seller. So what I'm going to show you today is how I was able to get on the phone with her and the motivated seller, and I negotiated the deal for her. That's one of the things that we do when you're a personal one-on-one partner with us, a coaching student. And I also have another student in Houston who's doing really well, and he was able to go ahead and sell the deal. So we basically created $35,000 in profits on this deal. So go ahead and watch the live footage of this call, and after the call, I'll be right back with you.
Yeah, it's another hour.
Hey,
Mm-hmm.
Hey, it's Jamel. How you doing?
You're welcome. Yes, hello. Hey.
Hey, what's going on? All right.
Nothing much.
Good. So
Yeah.
I had a chance to run the comps, and I
Okay.
also spoke to an investor friend of mine in Houston, and
Okay.
basically he said that house can go at a wholesale price. If we were to wholesale it, it's going to go for about $40,000 to $45,000. So
Right.
if we could get it in the $15,000 to $20,000 range, then we can make. He actually has a buyer at $45,000 today. If we can go ahead and lock it up at 15 to 20, and obviously we'll split our portion of the profits with him in order to make sure that he makes some money on the deal as well. So if let's say the average profit is going to be $25,000 to $30,000, we'll each make $10,000 a piece. So we'll split it 3 ways basically. All right.
Okay.
So what I'd like to do is have you call the seller up. I want to ask him a few questions, and then
Okay.
I want to get an idea, and then I'll go ahead and make him an offer. And I just want you to listen to how I position the offer in order for us to be
Okay.
able to get the deal. So if you could call him up on three-way, that'll be great.
Okay.
Do you need to call me
One
back
second.
in order to call
No,
him?
I don't need to. No, I don't need to. May. 1 second. Hold on.
Okay, sounds good.
I'm just trying to go somewhere quiet. I work in the airport for an airline, so it's really loud. I was just trying to go somewhere real quiet.
Got it.
1 second.
Which airport do you work at?
Yeah, JFK.
JFK, okay. So you get the good
Yeah.
deals on the flights.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Hello?
Hi,
Yes, sir.
Hi, this is Jamel Gibbs. I'm on the line with we're actually business partners, and I wanted to give you a call about the house in Houston.
Yeah.
So I was doing some research on the property, And just wanted to see if you could tell me a little bit about it, just so I can get an idea of where you are with the property at the moment.
I'm trying to get rid of it.
Okay. Hey, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. So what are we dealing with? Is it a
Yeah,
3-bedroom, a 2-bedroom property?
It's 2-bedroom.
2-bedroom, 1 bath, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Okay,
It's
perfect.
old plain house.
Perfect. And just judging by, I'm actually pulling up some pictures right now. It seems as if
Yeah.
you owned it for a little while, huh?
It needs some work.
Yeah.
It
So
needs some work.
okay, that's what we specialize in properties that need work. So
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you, did you have an asking price in mind for this particular property?
Yes and no.
Okay. Could you throw me in a ballpark? What did you mean by yes and no?
Well, I know it's not worth a whole lot,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm trying to get what I can for it.
Understood. Well,
Yeah, I can't give it away, but I tell you what, quote me a figure and let's talk about it.
okay. Well, let me ask you this. Let's talk about the property then. Let's talk about it a little bit more. So, I'm looking at it. Judging by the pictures, it does need some work. If you had to throw me in a ballpark as to how much work it would need, let's just say we rated it from a 1 to a 5. 1 being the worst, 5 being the best. Okay, so again, 1 means it needs an extreme amount of work. 5 means it's in relatively good shape. It may need some light work.
I say between 2.5 and 3.
2.5 and 3. Okay.
It needs to work.
Okay. So based off of that, typically what I do is I'll base it off of the square footage of the property. It seems like this one is just shy of 1,000 square feet. Is that about right?
Yeah, close to it.
Okay. So at 1,000 square feet, and basing it off of that 2.5, let's just say, I'm gonna assume this property needs about 25 to 30 grand in work. Does that sound about right?
It's gonna need quite a bit.
Okay. So looking at the comparable sales that I'm looking at online here, if this house was in tip-top shape, we could probably, if we were to keep it, this is more of a rental type of property for us. If we were to keep it, we could refinance it out at about $45,000 if it was in tip-top shape. Okay. And
Yeah.
based off of those numbers there, and I'm just going to pull up a calculator online real fast. Based off of those numbers and based off of what you told me it needs in repairs, I can offer you somewhere in the neighborhood of, one second.
Just give me a ballpark.
Let's give you a ballpark. I'm ready to send you the paperwork today, if you're ready. I know you want to get rid of it. Based off of that, would you be willing to take somewhere around 10 grand for it?
Can you give me 12?
12 may be a little tight. I mean, if you can do 11, I can make it happen for you, and we can send you the paperwork today.
I tell you what. Here's the situation.
Okay.
Okay, that house belongs to my brother. His wife died about 3 years ago. I had to put him in a nursing home.
Okay.
So I'm his power of attorney.
Okay.
So right now I'm liquidating this stuff. He got another house down there. I'm gonna sell it too later on. But
Okay.
I gotta clean it up a little bit.
Well, I'll tell you what. If you're willing,
with the rent house first.
if you're willing to sell us both houses at the same time, I can make you an offer.
I'm not ready to sell the other one yet because I got a lot. I'm still getting furniture out of it. I gotta clean it up some, so maybe in about 2 months, but
Okay.
not right now.
Okay. Well, let's work on this one first,
But,
and then
I tell
you have a
what.
buyer for the other one. Is that all right?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what we'll do is we'll get the paperwork started for you. And once we get the paperwork started, we'll send it over to you via DocuSign. That way you can take a look at it. We can go over it together. And then once we go over it, we can solidify the deal on that phone call. Is that okay?
Okay. Call me back in 1 hour.
I'll call you back in 1 hour.
And call me back and we'll try to work something out.
That sounds good. And I'm looking forward to making this happen. We could close on it as quickly as possible. I just want to make sure that you're serious in regards to selling. And if you are, then we'll be able to close it out relatively quickly. The only other thing I need from you is access to the property. So if it's all right, I'll put a lockbox on that property, or you can, and send me some pictures of the property as well, because I'm not in Houston at the moment. So I'd love to see some pictures of the property. But we're going to solidify the deal at $11,000 today when I call you back in 1 hour. Is that fair?
Okay.
All right.
Okay, I appreciate it.
Yep, likewise. Hey, this is Jamel.
Hi.
Hey, so you can see I actually lowered the price from where we initially started. I wanted it at 15 to 20, but I decided to lowball him based off of what he was telling me the house needed. He kept saying the house needs a lot of work. The house needs a lot of work. So all I did is I wanted to offer him $7,000, but I didn't want to go too low and then put a bad taste in his mouth. So what I ended up doing was just going to 10, and you can see he came back at $12,000, and I made it seem as if $12,000, even though we wanted to pay 15, I made it seem as if $12,000 was a lot for it. So then I offered him $11,000, and as you can see, he wants us to call him back to solidify the deal. So we're going to put all the paperwork together right now. We're going to get this contract signed today, and then once we get the agreement solidified, I'm going to go ahead and send it over to the other wholesaler who's in Houston, so that he could get the thing sold, because now we just created a potential $35,000 in profit. So that's a pretty good deal right there. All right, so let me get this paperwork together, and let's talk again in 1 hour.
So the wholesaler in Houston will go there or no?
Yeah, he's going to take care of the entire sales process for us. This is how you do virtual wholesaling. Okay, you partner with other people. So what we're going to do is we're gonna go ahead and call him back in 1 hour. And once we call him back, we'll get everything solidified. Then I'll send it out to the virtual host.
How did you find a buyer? You already have someone that you're working with?
Well, I have another student that's in Houston who does a lot of deals. So all I did was contact him and make it happen. So he was the one who told me if I get it, he could sell it for about $40,000 to $45,000. So we're gonna work on that within the next hour. Then once we do that, I'll get it sold for us. Okay, so there you guys have it. You see, I was able to negotiate with the motivated seller over the phone and make an offer over the phone and create a $35,000 profit spread. We paid less than what we originally wanted the house for. Initially, we wanted it between $15,000 and $20,000, knowing that we could sell it for $40,000 to $45,000. So I ended up lowballing the seller a little bit, and lo and behold, he took the offer. So if you like this video today, go ahead and leave a comment below. Let me know what you guys are doing in your real estate investing business. What type of motivated sellers are you guys targeting in your business as well? And if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to this channel. Click the notification bell as well so you can get future videos as they come out. Once again, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Leave a comment below and share this video with others who may be able to benefit from this video as well. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll talk to you later. Take care.